of winter semis, Ally steps up to the plate.
Exactly, and he's going to be playing
himself.
Apparently.
It's crazy.
He's going to be playing level 9 Bayonetta.
Oh, man. What's that matchup like?
It's funny because, you know, San, who was up here earlier, his partner for doubles left mid-set, like just mid-tournament, and they let him have a level 9 Bayo as a teammate. It was so funny.
Yeah, he actually did pretty well with the level 9 Bayo.
It was pretty funny.
And that really shows you just the caliber of player he really is, even though he's out of the tournament.
How could we forget who Ally is playing? Mew2King. He's not done here. Good performance at Melee. I think came third.
Yeah, he came third place. You know, Mew2King, funny enough, has a curse anytime that I'm casting one of his matches.
Really?
I don't think he's ever taken first place at any event that I've casted with him playing. With maybe the exception of Smash and Splash for PM.
Does he know this? Has he ever brought this up to you?
He doesn't know who I am.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm sure he does.
I'm sure he doesn't know who I am.
Come on.
No, he doesn't.
I think he does.
Mew2King lives in his own world, and I think that's one of the things that makes him such a scary player as well. He's in his mind all the time, just trying to figure out what's the optimal way to really play a character.
Exactly.
How can I break this game inside and out and figure out the bare bones behind it?
And it's pretty funny because Ally is almost complete opposite. He loves like the reads. He'll do 5 up smashes. They'll all miss. He'll do the 6th one. Like he's not so much concerned about like the frame data and like optimal plays. He just wants to be in your head, he wants to confirm his stocks, and just wants to outplay you.
And that's honestly the perfect description. We have another setting on this top 8 stage where it is a case of yin and yang. You have someone who lives to play the game and someone who lives to play the player.
Exactly, yeah. It's really cool how like these playstyles mesh. I want to see how it goes for them. I would say Ally's a favorite. Mew2King more focused on melee these days, I've heard.
Yeah, you know, I mean, with me casting, I'd say that Ally's the favorite. I'll be honest, then. Mew2King just has not had the best luck with me in the on the mic.
Maybe the curse will break today.
Yeah, like that upset that happened with Mew Squared.
With Mew2King. You were casting it?
Guess who was on the mic?
Oh my god.
But, you know, we're going to be seeing a matchup that's, I think, is pretty interesting. Cloud versus Mario. And what's weird about this matchup is while Mario does have access to the fireball, overall, he's just such a stubby character.
Exactly, yeah. Do you know, like, who is set to win this matchup?
Like, as far as, like, on paper goes?
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't really tell you. I really couldn't. And in my eyes, I could maybe see this being a tough time for a character like Mario, who really, at the end of the day, has to get in.
Exactly. I was going to say, I feel like Mario doesn't deal with disjoint too well, and Cloud definitely has his fair of disjoint.
You know, truth be told, I'm not one of those players who, like, likes to look at a matchup and be like, okay, this is exactly how this matchup is. So why don't we take a second to talk about the different tools that both of those characters have.
So I feel like Mew2King will definitely opt to, charge limit whenever he can. He's known for being defensive. He will run away and charge that limit until Ally shows him that Ally will approach him. But I think Ally, as we said, very, like, he's in your head. He's just going to rush you down if he has to, or he'll wait if he can. He'll read a spot dodge and he'll up smash you. So I think it's going to be a battle of Mew2King trying to almost space Ally out and charge limit, and Ally just trying to get in Mew2King's head whenever he can.
That's right. And of course, like Mew2King, like you mentioned, he's not that tweak style sort of Cloud. He likes to wait. He likes to wait until that limit is fully charged, gets all those buffs, and then that's when he's actually going to go in. And so for Ally, it's a question of whether or not he can close the distance and how long he can stay in.
I'm wondering how much experience Ally has with Cloud. Hopefully we'll see here.
We'll see. Game number 1, and we're going to Dreamland.
I like the stage for both characters, to be honest. And Mew2King does love that down air. It auto-cancels after a certain height. Very good move. Sticks way under him.
Oh, yeah. And again, when we're talking about the stubbiness that Mario has, that's so tough for him to get around, even with an option like the up smash or even the super jump punch.
Exactly.
Both options with, you know, bits of invulnerability, the disjoints on them.
Yeah, Ally really has to get in. Like, he has no option. He can't, like, space him out. He needs to be in Mew2King's face.
And he's in Mew2King's face now, and he's hoping to get into his head as well. But Mew2King, he has that limit on deck, and Ally's at that percentage where you really got to be scared of a cross slash.
Yeah, that cross slash, it's like so safe when he has the limit charge. It kills relatively early, especially when they're on like the side of the stage, and just throws it out.
There's that cross slash. Ally, though, ready for it. Holds up the shield. And wow, this game is actually insanely close. Ally trying to get all the marbles with that forward air, but Mew2King just outside of range.
As we said, he just plays the player. Someone might have went for another up air or something. Ally just like, I'm going to go for this.
And he really is just going for it. I completely forgot about Flood and how it could potentially change up this matchup, because while Cloud might be able to have those advantages on stage, you have to remember off-stage Cloud's recovery is garbage.
Yeah, unless he has a limit. That'll snap. But yeah, he also has the cape, which complements the Flood really well. If he reads the roll. Yeah, if Mew2King, I mean, up B's too high when he doesn't have limit, Ally could flood him, he could cape him, he has a lot of options.
Plenty of options. I know, though, Ally doesn't have all that much. He was in the corner, Mew2King swinging, but ends up missing. We're back at center stage, both players vying for control in this very moment. It's going to be Ally coming out on top.
Yeah, his down air to fair, that's like the pattern Ally combo. Usually does it off of throw combos, but he shows you that if he gets a down air neutral, he can follow it up.
Again, Mew2King with the limit, but what we've seen from him so far, as far as limit utilization goes, is a 0% capitalization rate. Every single time he's used limit, he's either whiffed on it offensively or been forced to use it defensively because Ally forces him off stage.
And he uses the flood.
But Mew2King's smart, you know. He understands how limited that recovery is, and just like with his Marth, he likes to save that jump.
Yeah, so smart, Mew2King. I like how he just realizes that, to be honest, that's one of... Oh, and he finally gets the side B.
But go on.
Yeah, to be honest, though, one of Cloud, I would say, like, his only problems as a character. Like, he's just so solid, but the one problem he has is the recovery. And it's so nice to see how well Mew2King can just, like, try to avoid that problem.
I mean, you give this man an inch and he will take your stock.
Yeah,
it is insane.
Honestly. You think you're giving him 1-2%, but no, your stock's gone.
Oh, yeah. Mew2King, though, he's going to need to dig deep and figure out a way to get back onto the stage. If he can make it back unscathed, that's one thing, but how is he actually going to make the stage itself? Ally! Fireball into down smash!
That was so smart by Ally. He realized that Mew2King upbeat the wrong way, so he just down smash right away. Really well played by Ally. And it's like we said, the disjoint that Cloud has, it seems like it works sometimes, but Ally is just so good at just opening players up. It doesn't matter what character you use, he will open you up as a player.
You know, you're absolutely right. And I feel like that's one of those signs that maybe playing the player might be a bit more important than playing the game. Of course, you need a healthy balance of both. And we definitely know that Ally has that as well, based on just how good his punishes were.
Yeah. You don't learn this kind of stuff from not playing the game a lot, right? So Town and City, I like this pick for Mew2King. He will kill earlier with like up smash, up air.
Mew2King really, it felt like he struggled a bit in that last game. I want to see him kind of flip the script here.
Yeah.
I want to see him break the JV curse.
You don't want to be that guy that just
I don't want to be that guy where Mew2King's like, all right, I'm not going to a tournament if JV's commentating, all right? I know it's not going to go very well for me. And already, maybe the curse has been lifted. Mew2King off to a great start, but at this kind of a low percent, you still have to be so cautious of Mario's grabs.
But Cloud will kill early, so this is definitely a good start for Mew2King. And he gets the limit. The thing with limit, I feel when I'm playing against a Cloud, just him having it is threatening. He doesn't even have to ever use it. He could probably hold the whole match and I'll be scared.
Oh yeah, and if you play Pokken, it's the same as whenever someone goes into burst mode, right?
Yeah.
And they had that special all charged up and you're like, oh, I'm just going to hold block so I don't get hit by it, and you end up getting grabbed instead.
Exactly. And he gets it.
Wow. Finally, we're seeing some signs of life. This is the Mew2King I actually like to see.
Me too. When Mew2King is playing well in any game, it is just so joyous to watch. He's like, it's just like you said, he's like so good at the game itself that when he's playing the game really well, it's just like, wow, you could do that in this game?
Yeah, it's actually caster Max Ketchum who really loves watching M2K's Cloud. He definitely learns a lot from this Cloud. And we're seeing why. I mean, he's really starting to extend this lead. Ally is having those troubles that we touched on before, just not being able to get in.
Yeah.
Strong dash attack from Mew2King, dropping off of the ledge, but that might have been a slight mistake. Mew2King, though, turning the tables. I was afraid he gave up too much stage control, but coming in with the dare, he turns things around.
Yeah, he got right back to stage. As soon as you thought he let go of stage control, just gets right back, and now it's up to Ally to get back.
Even though those grabs might not have all those follow-ups, look at the limit that M2K is able to build.
Jeez. He has no problem just building it. See, he gets the up air instead of just going right back up. He's so smart. Just charges the limit and then goes back up for the up air.
I don't know if this looks so good for the Canadians right now.
All the Canadians are so quiet. Ally definitely a hometown hero for us when he's on the international stage. Oh, Mew2King with a nice downer. Ally shaking his head. He's nodding in approval. He likes it. These two did win doubles together.
And Ally is, again, one of those players who I think is one of the most intelligent folks to ever pick up the sticks in any Smash game.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Any game.
You see him play PM, and he's just like, wow, he's that good at this game too? You see him pick up any, like, I played Mario Party with this guy once, and he was just bodying me. I thought it was RNG.
Again, playing the player, it extends beyond just the game. And what I'm thinking whenever I'm in Ally's seat right now is, what's the critical information he's been downloading?
Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing, because game 1 looked so clean for Ally, right? And this game 2, just complete reverse. So
and That's
go ahead.
really weird because usually we're used to seeing it the other way. Where Ally's the one who's adapting.
Exactly.
But it's Mew2King really. A big part of that might also be with the stage selection as well, though. He had so much room to really run around. Ally had no time and had a lot of trouble really getting in.
Exactly, yeah. I feel like Talon City was an optimal pick for him because when the platforms are there, he can kind of just go on them and charge. And when they're not, it's almost like an FD.
But now you're seeing a stage with really low platforms.
Exactly.
And if Mew2King opts for those, he very well might get hit by an aerial from Ally.
Exactly. And I've seen Ally go to the stage quite a few times lately. I don't know if it's like a new pickup for him that he just feels more comfortable on it, or maybe he knows something that Mario could do. Or maybe it's just that Cloud can't recover well on it.
Well, he does have that great recovery whenever he has that limit charged. But at the same time, you really want to see that limit being utilized offensively, not defensively.
Yeah. As a Cloud player, whenever you're forced to use the up B, it's like, it kind of sucks. Ally charging up his own Flood. Both with the down B charges.
And just being so patient right now. I think what he's trying to play is more of a counter-puncher sort of role.
Yeah.
He's going to wait for Mew2King to do something like one of those dares that he does often, maybe even a fair for spacing, and then he's going to get the punish afterwards.
Yeah, and to be honest, I agree with it, because as we said in the beginning of this match, that Ally can't really outspace him, right? Mew2King has a long sword, great button, so Ally just playing the counter roll. He's like, you press your button first, and then I'll beat it after.
Oh, yeah, that's completely right. And wow, what a trade! Ally, however, somehow scraping by and able to come out on top.
Yeah, he gets that quick reverse up smash right when he sees Mew2King jump. And Ally actually one of those players that he's so good at reading jumps. People always talk about like reacting to rolls and whatnot. Ally, if he just sees you leave the ground, the up smash comes out so fast.
And right now we're seeing these up tilts coming out after these grabs. 62%! That may have been one of the best starting combos I've ever seen from a Mario main.
That was so clean too. It just looked like it was all guaranteed, and Mew2King had nothing he could do about it.
Man, he got sent to a slip and slide right there, just pushed away by that fire hose. It was looking like a block party.
Honestly, Mew2King with the side B, but Ally's like, yeah, get that out of here. And the downer, that move's actually really hard to punish, the Mario downer. I love Ally's use of Flood. It's always just like so entertaining to see how he uses it. Because it's not like an easy to use move, I think.
You know, Blank, beyond that, I think it goes back to Ally's core competency, playing the player, right? Because little things like that, they get in your head.
Exactly, yeah.
You're just thinking to yourself, let me just get in, and then you do something unsafe, and that flows into Ally's counterpuncher role that he's sort of taken.
But great back air by Mew2King, landing with it just outspacing of Ally's range, and it kills. But 99% deficit. This is not an easy comeback, especially against a player like Ally.
And tied at one apiece, this is a very important game. Whoever wins this will get counterpick advantage if this goes the distance.
Yeah, and momentum too. I think momentum is huge in this game.
Oh, definitely. Let's see if Mew2King can recapture some of that momentum. He has a long way to go, but if there's any character that's capable of making some extraordinary comebacks, it's Cloud.
Yeah, especially Mew2King's Cloud. Ally going for the down throw fair, getting him off stage. I love how Ally's playing it. It's like you said, just like the counter punch. He's just trying to walk around Mew2King's range, and he knows that he's in the lead. Why commit?
Yeah, he's not trying to push the advantage too much either. He's very comfortable just taking the stage control.
Yeah. The Flood again, just to throw him away. And Mew2King making his way back in just by spacing back airs really well, and just like, is that it? That's
my God, Mew2King with the comeback!
And Ally is not happy.
I mean, can you blame him?
Yeah.
He was in control of that entire match, but really it came down to the subtle movements we saw from Mew2King. He was gradually stealing that control that Ally had of the stage. He went from the corner, then to center, then he got Ally to the corner, and he got the cross slash.
And it's like you said, Cloud, definitely one of those characters that you don't count out. It doesn't matter if you're winning by 99. Until you see your character celebrating, you didn't win. And Mew2King showing why. And Ally taking him right back to Lilat.
Wow, this would be such a big win for Mew2King as well. I mean, I think he's seeded 3 at this tournament.
He is, yeah. Ally seeded 2nd. So this would be an upset, but seeding-wise, only by 1.
A really big win for his Cloud. Could be underway here. And we're running it back.
Yeah.
To Lilat.
I don't blame him, honestly. Ally played really well neutral, had control. He literally was winning the game until he lost. So why not just go back?
But that's, especially against a character with an insane punish game like Cloud, it really does take those couple of losses in neutral before you really end up finding your demise.
Exactly.
And speaking of losses in neutral, M2K coming up big.
And that move does so much damage, even if you don't use it to kill. Mew2King being more aggressive, I feel like.
And he's just taking the control away from Ally.
Yeah.
He wants to play the game on his own terms, not giving Ally any of this breathing room.
Yeah, you cannot let Ally play a game on his terms because he's just so good at doing that, right?
Man, he's just making the most of Cloud's long range here, not giving Ally a chance to find those counterpunch setups.
Exactly. His use of Bear last game, that's what brought it back for him, I think.
And even here, like the short hop fading nairs that he's doing just to create that separation.
Yeah, and Mario, he's not the fastest character, right? It's hard for him to punish that kind of stuff.
Let's see if Ally can maybe come up big, flip the script on Mew2King here. M2K is on the ledge, and Ally gets the up smash. That was what I was waiting for. The adaptation to that down air that M2K always comes down with. You notice the spacing around it.
Yeah, his spacing was phenomenal. The down air only goes like right under him, so he went like slightly to the right and just up smashed it.
Beautiful, beautiful work from Ally. M2K actually meets his demise via the Flood. What a game from Ally.
As we were saying, Ally's use of Flood is crazy. He does it like, Mew2King had no jump, and I think Ally realized that, so he's like, I'm throwing this out right now. And you have to recover ASAP, and he didn't.
He really didn't. So we're going to game 5, but remember, it's Mew2King now with that counter pick advantage. If he's allowed a stage with a lot of breathing room, it could be nightmare.
And Duck Hunt is a stage with a lot of breathing room.
So much room.
Yeah, and now he can go to the top and camp. He did it in dubs. I don't think he cares. He'll wait for Ally to come to him.
He's just gonna play the game.
Yeah, wow. Complete opposite, actually. He's not even using it for the breathing room. He just went straight in.
Yeah, he really did. But it's the versatility, really, that this stage grants him, right?
Yeah.
He has that area to escape if he needs to.
Yeah, he's a very smart player. He can mix it up whenever he wants, whatever starts working.
So tell me a little bit about the properties of the stage and how it might aid each player as far as their game plans go.
Okay, I like that I've seen Cloud just go to that top platform and just charge limit. The thing with Mario that I like is that he gets a lot of move, because he can't like space you out, he gets a lot of room to just move around and find his way in whenever he needs to.
Yeah, you're right. Can we talk about that dog-assisted combo with that
That was so clean.
That was pretty dirty from Ally.
Another thing about the stage is that it grants Mew2King a wall jump, which is really important for Cloud sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, he does have that frail recovery.
Yeah.
You need every single asset that you really can.
Exactly. And so far, looking good for Mew2King. Has a slight lead, and his character does kill earlier than Ally, I would say.
Oh, the single jab. Was he maybe looking for a tick throw setup?
Mew2King's use of Nair and back have been phenomenal.
But Ally's trying to pick up on it, incorporating a couple of air dodges, but you can't dodge through that.
The down air out of shield. Ally not happy about that, but don't count him out yet.
I know, this is looking pretty good for M2K.
Yeah, for sure.
He just has that breathing room that we were talking about. Even there, taking that extra time on that tree, and now he's dropping down all powered up.
That was so smart. He could have just came down, but he's like, you know what, I'm just going to finish my limit. You're not going to come up here. Ally's used to Flood just to push Mew2King to that corner, like we were talking about.
But Ally with the reads. M2K, though, still hanging on to the stock. Flood comes out.
That was a really good read by Ally. Unfortunate for him that Cloud is quite heavy. Oh, the wall jump comes into play, but it doesn't help him out.
Yeah, I was surprised, honestly. That's not how you use wall jumps, M2K.
Yeah, that's a little too low.
That's not how you do it. Come on, Jason.
I think he maybe thought he had another jump. I'm not sure. But this is almost a dead even game. And the dog again.
Dog-assisted combos, and Mew2King is still in the danger zone as far as the stock goes. If Ally gets this grab, he can get some big damage.
Yeah. And again, like, Ally just keeps using this Flood, and I love it. He's just throwing Mew2King to the edges. How we're talking about when you're in the corner, you feel stressed out. And Ally will just use the Flood to throw you there.
Quick jabs, dealing with that spot dodge that we're seeing from M2K.
Great dash attack by Mew2King, getting stage control and trying to cover Ally's landings.
And there, Ally pixels away from getting hit by that cross slash. I think that would have been curtains.
I honestly think so too. They were so close to the ledge.
This really is do or die mode right now for Ally. He's on the receiving end of a lot of punishment.
Exactly.
Can he do it for his hometown?
Both these players must be like, they're both veterans, so I'm sure they're used to this kind of thing. But game 2, and loser has to go to a death bracket.
It was really a bracket full of killers. Mew2King will not be seeing that bracket though.
Oh my god.
And did you notice the fist bump from him? He's feeling hot. He's feeling confident. And for the second time tonight, he's going to the winners finals on this main stage.
So clean. It wasn't like nothing like crazy happened that Mew2King just like janked his way or anything. Like those are just clean reads.
Really were. Really were. It's like, you know what? Why don't I take a page out of Ally's book here?
Oh yeah, honestly.